Hello everyone, we're going to go ahead and review MD Practice 3. Okay, so this is going to be review. You should have already taken it. This is just to review, see which ones you got wrong, and we're going to go over it. And yeah, let's go ahead and let's get to it. I'm going to get my handy dandy highlighter out. It says Jordan is building a rectangular prism. The bottom of the prism is shown above, so this is just the bottom. He builds a prism that has 4 layers. I want to underline that. 4 layers. It's going to be 4. Enter the volume in cubic inches. I'm going to underline that too. Okay? Of the completed rectangular prism. So, I know that this is the bottom layer. Okay, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 across, and it's 1, 2, 3, so the length is 5, and the width is 3. So I counted the number of cubes across, right? 5. I didn't do up and down because this isn't up and down, so if when you're looking at the width here, you just go from here to here, right? 1, 2, 3. 5 times 3 is 15. Now, how many layers total do I have? I have 4 layers. So I take 15 and I multiply that times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6. 60. That's going to be 60 cubic inches because that's what it shows right there, right? So that's my final answer. I'm not going to circle that because it's kind of sloppy. I'll underline it for you. That's my final answer. 60 cubic inches. So what I did is I counted across, right? 5 is the length. I'll put a cursive L for length. The width is 3. Put a W for that. And then when they tell you 4 layers, that's actually the height. So volume can be shown with this equation. Length times width. This is another, that big dot is another symbol for times. Right? Instead of an X, when we use variables, we do a dot. Times width times height. So we found the length, which was 5. We multiplied it times the width, which was 3. Got 15. Then we multiplied it times the height. Now, since it's multiplication, you can do it in any order. It could be width times length times height, or height times width times length. You know, any combination, you're still going to get the same answer. But the main equation that they will tell you is that it is length times width times height. Okay? So we need to find the length, and that's here to here. You know, and since it's cubic, they give you, cubic units here. Like this is a cube, 1 cube, 2 cube. We know it's 5 cubes, right? And then the width is here to here, and we know that's 3 cubes. So it's fairly simple once you get the hang of it. It's just multiplication. That's really all it is. So let's go ahead and let's do step number 2. Okay. The layers of the rectangular prism are shown to the right of the prism. Enter the volume in cubic centimeters of the rectangular prism. So I'm just going to find one layer, and I know it's going to be times 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it's going to be times 4. That's how many layers there are, right? That's my height. I still need to find my width and my length. And we'll be multiplying them all. So my length is going to be from here to here. I see it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? My width is from here to here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 times 5 times 4. So I'll just do this first. 4 times 5 is 20. And now I just do 20 times 4, which is 80. It's going to be 80 cubic centimeters. You could also do it like this, 80 centimeters cubed. Okay, that's your final answer. And that is a terrible 8. See if I can make that a little less sloppy there. There we go. So, I mean, I like to look at it as an equation because that's what volume is. It's an equation. So it's good to just kind of see it that way. But yeah, it's all you're doing is multiplying, you guys. Very simple. Okay. This one, they actually give us the numbers here. So that's kind of like a big help. And it says, and I'm going to use my highlighter, Kendrick is building a rectangular prism. This is the top layer of the rectangular prism shown above. He builds a prism that has 4 layers. And then we're going to enter the volume in cubic centimeters. You need to put cubic inches, feet, centimeters, whatever they ask you, because if you don't, your answer could be wrong. When I'm grading it, your answer is going to be wrong. If you don't tell me what is the cubic centimeters, cubic inches, cubic feet, you need to tell me the unit. Okay, I think that's very important. So let's go ahead and let's get to it. I see at this top layer, they give me the length. The length is 4. The width is 2. They give me that here. Now, the height is 1, but that's just one layer. How many layers are there? 4. So the height's actually 4, not 1, right? Because this is just one layer. So there's 4 layers total. So if I'm looking at volume is length times width times height, it's actually going to be 4 times 2 times 4. Right? Now 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 times 4 is 32. It's going to be 32 cubic centimeters, or 32 centimeters cubed. That little 3 means cubed. Okay? So, I mean, you could find the volume, like if you have this one, you could count every single square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then, you know, so there's 16 in here, and I see there's 4 layers of that. I mean, you could get the same answer here. 16. Actually, this is 5 layers front to back. So you'd have to count this top one. But I could say, oh, there's 16 layers here, and I see it goes 5 deep. 16 times 5 is still 80. See, I still get the same answer. Or I could count the top 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 20, right? Times 4. Same thing, 80. You could do it that way. I know my multiplication facts, so I like to multiply. That's the way that I do it. But, you know, there's more than one way to solve a problem. I don't like to... Sometimes I miscount. So I'd rather just look at one part of it and then multiply everything. To me, that's simpler. But yeah, we could. I'll show you both methods in this problem right here. So you could do a couple things, right? First off, I want to highlight it's in cubic feet, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay, but you could do a couple things here. You could say, okay, I know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. And I know it's 1, 2, 3, 3 would be the height. And I know that it's also 3 as a width. So 6 times 3 times 3. You could do that. Or you could say, I know that it's 6 across, 3 up. 6 times 3 is 18. And it's 3 layers deep. So 18 times 3, which is just the second step here, right? Or you could just count each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then just know you have to count 18 2 more times, you know. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, you know, so on and so forth. That to me is just, you're probably going to make a mistake because you got to make sure you count all of it. So it's just best to kind of find either the area of one and multiply it times how many layers there are. That to me seems to be the easiest. Or just find the length times width times height. That also is very simple. So I found that there's 18 and it was 3 deep, right? And that's the same thing here. If I did 6 times 3 is 18, right? It would go there anyway. 18 times 3, let's go ahead and find that together. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 54. It's 54 cubic feet as my answer. Okay? All right, number 5 seems tricky, but it's not. It's just multiple problems kind of packed into one. You're just going to match. It's a matching game. Okay? So you're going to say, which one of these has 24 cubic inches? Which one of these has 50? Which one of these has 32? And which one of these has 48? So when I find it, I'm just going to go through each one, and I'll put the letter next to it and cross it out. That's all I'm going to do. Okay? So this one, I see that it's 3 from here to here. It's 2 from here to here. And it's 4 from here to here. So 3 times 2 times 4, or 6 times 4 equals 24. So this one would be A. So I'm going to put that in yellow, A. And then cross that out. Okay? Done with that one. Here, I see this is 4 across. 4 as my height. And then my width over here is going to be 3. So 4 times 3 times 4, or 12 times 4. See how I did 4 times 3 here? 12 times 4, which is 48. Which one of these is 48? D. So my answer here is D. I'm just going to cross that one out now. That wasn't too good, but okay. I want to do this one now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 2 as my height, and my width is 4. So it's, 5 times 2 times 4. Order doesn't matter. Or 10 times 4, which is 40. Which one has 5? Oh, I'm sorry. That's not 4. 5, that's 4. So I totally made a mistake. And that's a good thing I checked. And luckily for me, this is a matching. Okay, so that's not 5, that's 4. 4 times 2 times 4. So 4 times 2 is actually not 10, but 8. And 8 times 4 is 32. And that's going to be C. Okay? You know I'm not perfect. So, luckily we caught that before it was too late. Okay? And, yeah, since 40 wasn't up there anyway, it wouldn't have been a problem. Alright. 2 is here, and the width is 5, and the height is also 5. So it's going to be 5 times 2 times 5, or 10 times 5, which is 50. And that's going to be B, which is our final one. Okay, you guys, that's it for today's lesson. Let me know if you have any questions before you take the benchmark tomorrow. And that'll be it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.